Hello and welcome to Minecraft. Okay, this is Kindy. I have here on our 1.92 server with Couch of Fools. We since then have started a newer server with the updated version in 1.11 something or another. So we here just kind of get a starting little island. It had a tiny little, hi Piggy, desert island next to this island that has mostly forest. And so we just kind of created a little path just so when people first get on the server they have a direction to go to. The first few nights we kind of set up the little fishing shack over here. It's like about the best way to get some food really quickly in the beginning. I kept some of the lighting up, got a little bit of food, just started, so anyone that comes on here can say, hey, I want to just go and get a little bit of food. And there's got our tiny little bit of storage. It kind of sucks, but not many people used it, but it was there kind of mostly to keep it for the looks of things. So then we wanted to kind of do a enclosed area up on the hill and have it be kind of a safe-ish area. Didn't want to use too many resources. I mean, I spent a little bit of time just putting down the bridge, the walkway, the nice little bit of stairs. We basically just kind of have this up on top of the hill so you can come in and sleep and get some more stuff. Got the stoves here. I spent a little bit of time landscaping it. Some more junk. And then also you could see from going up here onto the tower about the dimensions of the island. It's pretty small, so if someone wanted to spend some time, get some wood, gather a little bit of resources, it wasn't too small. And we didn't want to spend too much time on a build here, just kind of enough for that it looks a little bit inviting rather than nothing, and someone can grab stuff. And then of course we had to go down and make our little mine and want to make it pretty easy to get down here. Nothing too fancy anyhow. And of course we got the portal right here, so anyone that wants to leave can just go. Otherwise, you can sit here and do some mining. I've already gotten some of the, basic stuff out. But there's still, we didn't want to dig out too much tunnels just in case if anyone joining the server really did want to spend a little bit of time and, grab some iron, diamonds, whatnot before they went on. So let's go into the nether. And I'm not real good at nether hubs, but I did start kind of doing some stuff. Some people built to a different direction. More stuff kind of just sitting around. It's not complete. I mean, this area sort of is. I kind of started on this design going to Joe from Couch of Fools, and kind of wanted to get this neat little rib cage kind of effect going, but I hadn't decided on what kind of design to do. And then I had a secondary design down here if I just wanted to use lava and some lighting. And of course it's easy to use the netherrack when trying to plan out some nether tunnels because, well, it's already there. But we did have a lot of sand, but the main tunnel here is finished. So I picked one design, and kind of for this main north-south tunnel that would take you over to some of the Couch of Fools people and over to where we have our island that has just a single village on here. And there's a short little bit of north tunnel, and we had a little mushroom island and a little tunnel that also went to the jungles. So on this map we had quite a bit of variety of biomes. We did it on the big biomes because it's just kind of nice to not be going from one thing to another in a stretch of like 2 seconds. And we wanted to have the large ocean, so if someone did want to do boats, they could just easily just kind of keep, you know, exploring that way. So I have all the slabs on here just so they wouldn't have anything spawning, and just didn't finish the rest of the rail. The rail's going to go on the other side, but, you know, it takes a lot of iron and stuff. So this is the junction for the Mushroom Island that never quite finished. Nothing was really done there. It's just there accessible for people if they wanted to get that resource. So we have a few kind of carts sitting around, so let's just get in here, get that so we can use it for later. So this one whole hallway just have it the same kind of theme, and this is the junction for the jungles. Didn't get really used much, so yeah, didn't really have a reason to finish that one off. Let's continue on north. So we're getting at the junction here, where we have like a mesa. Oh yes, right here. That's where I kind of decided to do the lighting. Let's get the glass so they won't spawn, but I wanted to get some lighting. So we got one way that's going to the savannah and such, and the north way had gone to the mesa, and there's also like a swamp kind of on the edge, so it was kind of nice to get the two at the same time. And here I wanted to do something different. I mean, like, you're going to the mesa, I might as well use some of this clay. And so I was just kind of going for something different. I don't use lamps very much, so I just thought, oh, let's just try it out. And since the savannah was also nearby, I just used a bunch of acacia in there, and we didn't have the rail finished to there. And this way is going towards the island. So I was trying to do something a little different in the ceiling, similar with the pumpkins down there, but with the bushes so that it kind of covers up the lighting. Oh, hi, Mr. Cow. So this is our portal into the Plains Island. Just started with a small village there, but it was a kind of nice sized village, and yeah, we'll look at the stuff done on the other side. So here is the start of our city here. This is the third stables? I don't know, I can't remember. We wanted something big and something that you could quote-unquote ride around in if you wanted to have your horses, and apparently there's a lot of wolves left here. So we had this as 2 floors. There's a secondary stables for just keeping all the rejects. So if you want to breed a bunch of them but you still don't want to get rid of your horses, you know, I left some room to expand. So just a little different style. Wanted to leave it kind of open, but, you know, enclosed. This was the first barn I had done, but we ended up converting it to an animal one. And of course, got to have all the different kinds of shapes, and then have the pigs down below. And you could expand it to a third level. But there's kind of a ravine down there too. It was a little bit tricky covering up that last one, so I was just trying with different clay and some different brick and just kind of trying to do a different style. Try to get up here, and meanwhile just also keep a bit of vegetation and stuff around. My first made tree. Not too bad. Watching lots of other people make their trees. We constructed part of a moat. So we wanted to kind of get a design of it done. So it wasn't completely finished, but just kind of working on the idea of it. There was a little bit of a natural gully and stuff, and we just kind of built it up, put some sand in. And this is inside the walls. I have a couple little windows just so we can look out. Half slab the flooring. Well, it's half slabs, whether or not it's on the first or second. And then later on, I was like, I want some color in here, and so I just put some basic banners on there. But I don't know. More hidden lighting. Didn't know how much it might lag the game, so I didn't do it everywhere. But in these corners, I have a little, ceiling light, and the ladders, or the stairs rather, that goes up to our little corner towers. And so it can get up on the wall and then get up on the top of the tower. Keep it kind of basic so you can walk around on it. I know a lot of people like to have it completely lit up. Never collected too much of the glowstone to kind of effectively do that, so I just like, hey, let's put in some little fires on the edge of the walls here without falling off, and put a bunch of them on the different sides of the walls here. Tried to make it so it didn't be flammable. I mean, I got a bunch of like cobble and stuff on that because I didn't want the wood to burn up, obviously. And then this is the top of the gatehouse, so to speak. Made it into like a little tiny barracks kind of thing. You can still look out and look out into the town. And then that comes over to the other corner here. So again, I mean, like, I was just using a lot of brick, but trying to incorporate a little bit of different things here and there. Like a little bit of cobble here, a little bit of mossy here or something. So this was the inside where the original village was. We tore down all the buildings and it was really small. Like I think there was like 4 buildings or something, and so we never finished it all here. But we wanted some sort of generation of villagers. I think I made a golem, but then another golem appeared at some point because we ended up getting so many villagers. So this is the Red Roof Inn, Villager Inn, yes. And we made it so that it was clear to the sky with as many rooms as we could fit in. So they're tiny, but at least I put beds in them. Yeah, pretty small. Kind of decorated like it was some sort of little inn kind of thing. I don't know, makes me think of like some old Holiday Inn or something. Just barely a walkway for them to walk around without disturbing the other doors. It kind of took a while to kind of figure out how it could be done with having enough space. And some of them actually do come up to this 3rd floor and use it. It's just kind of weird. But yeah, completely open. It I don't know, it worked well enough. I mean, the roof is a little bit weird, but the villagers multiplied, so that's all that matters to us. And of course you need a little tiny stable right here. Just enough to fit ores. And we wanted something different looking, and this was like a bunch of market stalls. And that's where we decided to put some of our storage of things. I would probably keep some main storage in whatever, we were going to do a house and like a cathedral, but this was it seemed like a different kind of way of doing some individualized storage options and yet still have it be doors out and back, and they're open and exposed so that villagers could come in here. It seemed to be a little bit further away from the center of town, but occasionally they would roam in here, but it still gave them more options to have more doors and places for the villagers to go. And so we also did a little tiny second floor. It's difficult to navigate, but you know, wanted to have like an upstairs of like less things that we used, or things you wouldn't want to come to often, you know, have the food down below kind of thing, and then like a little bit more bulk storage here. And I don't know where we're keeping the cobble. That's probably still down in the mines or something. But yeah, half slabs on top with they'll decorated a fence, so there shouldn't be anything spawning around here. Yeah, I mean, there's the occasional little spot. There's stairs on the side and a little bit of half slabs. Never really kind of stayed up during nighttime, just not to chance it. Yeah, you know, when the pathing blocks came out, that tended to be a nice pathway to use. And then originally you're going to have like a cathedral here. That just didn't get done. So maybe in the next kind of map, maybe we'll think about doing something like that. Of course, needed a little pen here for the horses, and of course you need an enchanting table and such. So this may have been a building, but that's where all the other villagers like to go. But at least it was kind of a little house out of the way. But I took down most of the farms. Well, that might be one of the original ones left. And there's a little caves underneath, but yeah, the wall itself, you know, that was a chore to get done. I mean, because this is all survival multiplayer. Had to have a quick access point over here, and then we'll go back to the north side of the wall. And so this is all on an island, so like the north side's all beach practically. And last we were trying to figure out what to do with this walls to make it a little bit, I don't know, better. Some of the new colors of things. This is before the concrete and such. Trying to figure out ways to incorporate a little bit of color or difference in the walls. You can only do so much with stone and stairs and wood. Of course, if there was any change, it was going to like be all over the walls. So let's just kind of go around the side here. So I did a little bit different edging along the corners. Still try to keep a lot of it kind of grassy and wild looking. We didn't do too much terraforming to some of the sides. Hey, it's a zombie. And then we'll go up on the east side here. And this is where we originally had some of our pens for the animals before the barn was completed over there. Okay, and yeah, so it was quite a bit of wall stuff. The wall stuff just took a really long time. Those sort of designs always take a bit of time, and this is, oh, it was pretty big here. So here, I think it was like 130 by 120 or something, and then like 40, 25, something down there on the edge over there. So it was quite a bit of, you know, walls, inner and outer. You had to do decorate both sides. Oh, and there's our mine. We wanted to have it be nice and easy to get down and up. You know, maybe later put a minecart or something down, but for the moment, the ladders worked pretty good. And down we go. So nothing too exciting, no standard mine, dig a tunnel, leave 2 blocks, dug a tunnel. And we wanted to keep some of the lava, and we had first started trying to do the trick of put glass down and then try to break the glass, and then just so you didn't have to eliminate the lava. Didn't bother. So we also then decided, let's do the sub layer. You know, everyone likes to like dig at 12. Well, occasionally there's stuff down below too, so we just kind of started a little one down there. It was enough. You know, when you can find enough diamonds to make the tools, that's okay. Up again. Okay, so up and over onto some of the walls. Yeah, I think these were all half slabbed. I just want to at least make some of it easy to not have some things spawn. Over a little bridge again. We had a natural river, which is part of the reason why we thought about the moat, making it kind of easy. And of course our portal, we wanted to make it extra wide, so anytime we had horses or animals or anything, that's such a pain having to drag things through and then having them die because they're stuck on an edge. So I also expanded the back of the pasture behind the stables, and then I was starting on working like farming kind of buildings outside, and we wanted to put orchards and a whole bunch of things. Didn't get done, but the important beetroot farmer house is done. So I was trying to make it look kind of natural looking and have a little stream. There kind of was a little bit of water there to begin with. And of course, if you have beetroot, what do you need? You need a root cellar. And so I just kind of came up with a tiny little thing, just a kind of place to store some extra beetroots. This one, I don't know why, I just decided it was going to be on fences. It was going to be kind of up above a little bit. Just the way I started making it. Nothing fancy inside, didn't bother with too much of it. I was caring more about the outside, but I just kind of threw a few things in there just to make it look like it's a house. This one was interesting. I was like just Googling a bunch of different images for windmills, and I just found some sort of couple different images, and I just thought, well, I don't know, I'll try it. I mean, I know Minecraft circles, and I've seen some people make some type of things like this, but I've never made one before. And that's just kind of how I designed it. Kind of made it a little medieval-like with the wood logs, and thought the acacia wood on top would look pretty neat. I needed something with stairs, and so it made an obvious pattern up here. Doesn't serve any purpose, just kind of, you know, it's just there for the countryside. But I was pretty happy with it. But at least, you know, had to stick something around it and just did lots and lots of wheat. Kind of purposely left a little bit of patches or some half slabs just so when you're walking around you're not like destroying it as you're going along. But just kind of enough to make it look like something there. That roof took a little bit of time. I had to experiment with putting some stairs and stuff in different locations and see which one made it look round and such. Pretty sure I saw someone do the windmill fins like that with these fences and wool. And I was realizing the other day, this must be Banished inspired. It looks a lot like the barn. In here I just made a simple little pen. I was like, okay, let's make some of it coarse dirt and pathways, and it looks kind of muddy and stuff. And then I had an easy access little gate going inside. So I wanted to place, yep, that's the front. Place, it'd be easy if you wanted to go milk cows. Didn't get enough wheat done, but I got enough to get the hay bales up there. yeah, the shape of it is definitely banished barn shaped. All I was thinking about originally when I was in Minecraft, I want a barn that's a little bit different than just a normal looking barn with a rounded roof. So I was like, hey, let's add this on the side. But that was the countryside that mostly, you know, got done. It doesn't look like a lot, but when you're building in survival, it does definitely take a lot of time. Bye-bye, tree. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so like I said, this tunnel is not done, but I like the idea of it. Joe from Catch a Fools did start kind of doing a little bit of a different design. I think he wanted to, someone got sick of having this tunnel just be kind of bare and dark. And I think they also got a Guardian Farm, that's it. So they kind of also have some sort of little tunnel. There's a bunch of different tunnels. I think we worked up in the ceiling-ish of the nether, like 112 or something, just so that we could dig out whatever we wanted. So yeah, with just sea lanterns and stuff around here, nice and bright. I like the floors. The floors are pretty cool. This looks kind of, you know, slightly high-tech or something interesting looking. So it's always a good thing to just kind of see what someone else does in designing. Just it kind of gives you some different viewpoints and options and such. So this was their basic base. It was, you know, functional rather than aesthetic. Some of them have some interesting little things. But basically to get down some farms, get down some rail line hubs. So yeah, there was a bunch of different connections they had set up here just to go to different places. That was rather interesting. I haven't done one of those. I may want to try to do that at some point. Try to configure out some sort of rail hub. There's Charlie. Hi, invisible spider Charlie. I think he became the mascot at some point here. So simple area, north end of beach. There's that witch. Bye, Charlie. I had nice little simple functional farms. I haven't gotten into it. I'm definitely kind of more of just a farming person. But you know, that it works really well. And this is a wonderful little cow farm. This is great. A great idea. So you have adults sitting here and they're surrounded by water down below. Grab some wheat. Get the water going. So that brings them up. And then you feed them. And get a whole bunch of babies down here. Then you gotta turn the water off. And all their babies have gone down into the water. and they've been filtered towards the back. And I don't know who came up with this crazy design. It's pretty cool. Noisy, but cool. So a whole bunch of signs and stuff to direct the flow of things. That I think goes to the furnaces, and all the baby ones are up here with some adults. And so, yep, when they're big, you just kind of flip the switch, and out they come. So you can instantly have a whole bunch of cows turn into meat. That is fantastic. Now, and this is the back of... I think it's pretty neat. I mean, there's a lot of rail and a lot of redstone and stuff here. But, you know, it works. You know, whatever design you come up with to do a rail system, you know, whatever works for you works. I can imagine it took a lot of iron to do all this. But it definitely made it a fast and easy way to get to everyone else's places or such. I've always been curious about this place up here. I've seen it, but don't know where this one goes. But decided to build something up here. Ooh, there's the lava. Okay, guess it's just a little tower. But it makes for nice vantage points up here. Get up on the tree. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. They're working on a bunch of different projects now on the 1.11. Hello. Yeah, so thanks for coming around and taking a tour around here. Still will be building things, and don't know how fast. I mean, creativity takes a little bit of time, and since it is survival, of course it takes time to get all the resources. And I haven't had a chance to mess with the concrete things and come up with some new and interesting ideas with those. Thanks for watching our 1.92 server, and now if you get any ideas from this, that's great. I figured better to share it with someone than to have it just kind of go away. Everyone comes up with some different ideas of putting stuff together, and it's just always a good idea to just kind of look around and see what people are doing and come up with some of your own ideas. That's the great thing about Minecraft and building in it. Thanks for watching, and see you later.